YouTube, what it do? It's your boy Benji, and we are back in between the ropes. If you're new, please don't forget to subscribe. We love all things entertainment over here, and wrestling takes up a lot of our time, so it's only right that we check it out, man. I'm back in that world. The lead up to WrestleMania 41 has been critiqued by a lot of people, particularly me. I got to admit, I'm one of the ones. But I'm very vocal about WrestleMania 40 really planting that love back, in the bottom of my heart for wrestling. And so I was excited for what we were going to get, WrestleMania 41. But unfortunately, the lead up has been confusing. It's been a little bit all over the place. It's taken us down a couple different roads. But now that we're finally here, night one, what is it going to be? I'm going to use a grading scale, yay, nay, and okay. Okay being so-so. You know what I mean? Match number one is our world heavyweight champion, GUNTHER, versus the challenger, Jey Uso. Main event, Jey Uso, as a matter of fact. The Yeet Man shows up. He's dripped down. We get that flavor. In regards to the drip, I will say it's very evident very early this crowd is not ready for what we're going to witness. This is not a WrestleMania crowd. I don't know if it's just a bunch of people that just got the money to pay, because it didn't really seem like there was a lot of people that were really ready to get rowdy and turned up. I mean, we're in the city of Las Vegas, man. I don't know. Maybe a lot of people there were just still asleep from last night. No telling. Maybe a lot of people were hungover. No telling. Anyways, the match is what it is. These guys get after it. I mean, it's a lot better than a lot of us anticipated. But if I had to sum it up, it's something that we've seen multiple times. And not facetiously saying that. I mean, just truthfully, we've seen it multiple times. And I wish, there could have been more. Like, if I had to say, like, GUNTHER, like, really trying to dig deep to be like, yo, what's going on? Jey Uso just finding some separate levels of motivation. They just kind of push him past. But, I mean, I just don't think that we've seen that. And, I mean, even if we had to look at the build leading up to this match, it isn't as if there's been some grandiose moment for Jey Uso. He alluded to that after GUNTHER took out his brother Jimmy, that, you know what, it clicked for me. But then he came out the next week, and that serious Jey Uso was gone, and he was yeeting again. And so it was, like I said, it was kind of all over the place for me. We do see at least a moment where GUNTHER's like, you know what, I got to do something here. Gets the belt, clocks Jey Uso in the head, hits him with a splash, and then tries to choke him out. But Jey's like, get off me. And at that moment, I said, oh, gosh. Because Jey isn't taking you serious. And so we started to see our super kicks come in. And I would say, like a lot of people were like, oh, it's a super kick fest. They were getting after it, prior to this. But we do see plenty of Uso splashes. So a melee of Uso splashes. He puts GUNTHER in that chokehold, and in just a few seconds, GUNTHER taps. Here we get our moment. A lot of people in the crowd cheering, jeering, and yeeting for Jey Uso. I just think, like I said, the payoff of this wasn't as grandiose as we thought it was going to be, especially since if you look at the last time he won, when, he got the Intercontinental Championship, like, the build to that was dope. And so when that payoff happened, it was surreal. Because a lot of us didn't believe it was going to happen. I don't think we had that same emotion going to this match. I think it was like, well, he has to win, or we don't even look at him seriously. Or we don't really care if he wins, because it's not like he's climbing some unsurmountable mountain here. At least how it wasn't built to be. And then him winning is not like I said, it's not like he had to figure out something like, okay, my steps have been misaligned. There's been a mind game that I just haven't been able to connect with. No, I just clicked. I saw you beat my brother. That's all I needed. Now I'm back eating. I feel the same. I feel good. I'm just gonna beat you because now I feel like I'm better than you. And in reality, you lost the playoff series already to this dude. So I mean, one win is what it is. But I'll get that match in okay, because it did supersede, I think, what a lot of us believed was gonna happen. And then we get this match, New Day against the War Raiders. Shout out to the War Raiders, but I mean, this is honestly the match that we've seen 100 times on Raw. It seemed out of place. It didn't seem as if there was any significance to it. It was literally just thrown on the card a couple days ago. So it wasn't really anything that we believed was, at stakes, other than the tag team championships, which a lot of us believed that New Day should have had a long time ago. I would have been A-okay with this match happening on the SmackDown before WrestleMania or the SmackDown right after WrestleMania. And the titles switching hands. That'd be cool. I don't even understand who the New Day is the fighting. Who are these guys fighting? Like, I mean, bro, we literally had an interview after these guys cut a deep vignette, the War Raiders, about how they're motivated to take down the New Day because they're so talented and they've been champions holding gold across multiple countries. And they asked the New Day, what do y'all think about that? And they're like, yo, we're playing a video game. Relax. That's literally how all of us, I think, should feel watching this thing come to fruition. Because what the heck? Why should we care? But sides to the New Day. I mean, the way they won, I at least enjoyed because they, put the foot down of the guys so they wouldn't be able to kick out, snatched tag team championships, and ran. And look, spoiler alert, you didn't get Big E. There was no payoff here. It was just literally something that got thrown up there because it felt like it was supposed to be thrown up there. Like, we just ran out of ideas for people to put in the card. This easily could have been taken up by somebody else, Alexa Bliss. I mean, you could have gave this to plenty of other competitors. I'd have been alright if you gave it to Andrade and Mello or something like that. Like, what the heck are we doing? So I got to give that an A. Like, I just got to give it an A. The match that a lot of us were waiting for was Naomi and Jade Cargill. This seemed like it was going to be the final payoff of months of despair and confusion and trying to figure out what happened to our girl Jade. We got Naomi coming out to a new entrance theme, which was pretty dope. It was like a heavy metal thing, and muscle memory kind of kicked in for Naomi because at one moment she's like pumped, she's going, and then she kind of gets back swagging and she walks down the ramp. I mean, this was a dope match, and I mean, of course, we all know Naomi's nemesis is powerhouses. She tries to outwit and outsmart, which a lot of them do. I mean, I would say that Naomi in some sense is a high flyer. She's got tricks up her sleeve, and Jay's going to try and ground and pound you. I mean, there were some dope moments where Jay's able to show off her feats of strength, but there was a couple awkward moments, I would say, too. I mean, it seemed like, Naomi was moving at a pace that she's not accustomed to. She's normally moving and grooving and flying, but, taking some of those spills that she had to take from Jade, I think, made it make sense. The two of them were able to get some dope offense in. There was, a nice couple moves that Naomi did on the outside of the ring. Like, she did the split-legged face plant, and then, the nice little blockbuster from the stairs. I mean, it was dope, all in all. And, of course, Jade had some crazy, dope reverses. So, it was pretty cool. So, I'll at the very least say this match was okay. I wish I could have seen, little, something where, Naomi's like, you know what, this girl won't stay down. Let me get a chair or something like that, But it was cool. So, we've got 2 OKs and an A at this point. Now, I've got to salute this match here. We had Jacob Fatu and LA Knight. They show up and try to get the crowd rocking. And we did get a glimpse of Solo Sikoa during the entrance of my boy Jacob here. I already told y'all, Solo's been relegated to Paul Heyman Jr. I mean, that's what he did. He literally came out in a suit, takes the mask away from Jacob, and he walked backstage. That's it. That's all you get. LA Knight comes out, swagged out, Maserati, lifts Doe up, let's go. LA Knight. Yeah. But the two of these guys got after it. I can't even lie. It was a really exciting match. I mean, the crowd was just not ready for what this was. I gotta say, it's probably one of the better matches in LA Knight's reign, I think. And there were some dope moments. Like, I mean, it got off rip. LA Knight's looking at Jacob Fatu like, oh gosh, I gotta do a couple more things than originally anticipated because this guy won't stay down. And we even get a couple moments like that from Jacob, where he's hitting LA Knight with some slobber knockers. And he's like, yo, this guy won't stay down. There was a dope couple of moments, like where this reversal here, where LA Knight hits this release German suplex on Jacob Fatu, and then even a dope reversal when it seems like Jacob Fatu is going to hit this moonsault on LA Knight, and LA Knight catches him into a BFT. And in the midst of the 3 count, Jacob Fatu grabs the rope. So that was dope. But, of course, our winner with Jacob Fatu. A lot of us were expecting this up until this point, too. I mean, now it's going to be what we see next. I mean, LA Knight, brother, you did all you could try to do, man, over there on SmackDown. I mean, these guys don't want you to be great. I'm not going to lie. Brother, please get drafted to Raw. And, let's do something. Let's go get you a World Heavyweight Championship opportunity or something. What are we doing? Snatch the Intercontinental Championship or something. I mean, what are we doing, man? please free this man from the bloodline vortex. We had another fun match here. Rey Fenix and I wanted to say Chad Gable so bad, but like this guy just resembles him, right? Anyways, Grande Americano. I don't want to say too much because, you know, in the day, WWE had to do what they could do. Losing Rey Mysterio the night before WrestleMania to the point where at the moment of he's deemed a no-go. I mean, you got to do what you can do. But I can imagine like some of these fans were probably like drunk, hungover, and like, God forbid you hadn't tuned into the show too much over the last 2 weeks, and you get Rey Fenix walking out. You're like, what the heck is going on? Hey man, you got to tune into the video to stay on point. Over here we got you on the Ben on TV show. The match was what it was. I mean, we all expected it to be pretty exciting. It wasn't quite the payoff, but I think that, you know, if there wasn't a payoff, I think that we should save that for, you know, Rey Mysterio or whatever the ideology was. Maybe Rey gets another shot at Backlash. We did see the thing where the metal plates put in the mask in order to get these headbutts cooking. I mean, it was a dope little moment too where Rey Fenix was tight walking the ropes, and he kicks my boy right here in the head, and he has immediately started grabbing his foot because it's almost like he kicked the metal. I don't know. He's like, what kind of skull did I kick right here? I hurt my foot. That was a dope, like 450. Oh my gosh. Moonsault that this dude, Grande Americano, did, legitimate luchador. I mean, even the way he came out, man, with the mariachi band, all wearing Grande Americano masks, that was dope. I ain't gonna lie. I'll get his match a yay. I'm no hater. They did what they had to do. Like I said, it was, I mean, obviously there was no build up into this match, but at the very least, there was at least a moment on SmackDown prior to when they were doing the Battle Royale where Grande Americano threw out Rey Fenix from the ring, so that led to a 3-on-3 match. So at least that cooked up. And, I mean, ultimately did lead to the injury of Rey Mysterio, but at least it cooked up something here. In the end of the day, he still falls under the guise of, he's a luchador, so Grande Americano takes out all luchadors. We then had the make or break match. Man, this was Charlotte Flair versus Tiffany Stratton. It was a dope little entrance that Tiffany Stratton did where she comes out as a Barbie doll, and, you know, there's Tiffany Stratton just beside her. It's Tiffy time. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Charlotte hops out the Rolls Royce. I ain't gonna lie to you. I feel like up until this point, a lot of the entrances were a little lackluster. I mean, that was like a, you know, cool moment that, you know, setup that they gave Tiffany Stratton, like the Barbie thing. But Charlotte Flair, we've seen this entrance 100 times. We all believe that this match was just gonna be at the very least thing that was gonna cook, and we were wrong. I'm not gonna lie. The women came out again like wearing the same fit, and it was awkward. It was strange. These two chemistry was not it. The lead up to this match was not it. And it seems like they had to do a quick pivot because I would argue that all fingers were pointing toward Tiffany Stratton losing the championship at WrestleMania. But due to the upset fans and the discourse that was going on about Charlotte Hogan, I think they made a quick pivot. And it seemed like it was evident because I mentioned in some of these SmackDown interviews, particularly the one right before WrestleMania, it seemed like the whole cockiness, the whole attitude of Charlotte Flair dissipated. This Charlotte that we saw the week before attacking Tiffany Stratton in the parking lot and following up her match, attacked her and was begging the security to let her get a hand on Tiffany Stratton. To the next week, well, you know, it just is what it is. Like, what? And then for them to put together this match, just let them be done with each other. I'm done with this. I'm done with them. This was a nay to me. I ain't gonna lie to you. I mean, it was some dope moments, but all in all, I'm good. At the very least, they gave Tiffany Stratton the belt. It's cool. And then we had our main event. Because a lot of people were lobbying for Tiffany Stratton to get the main event slot. It was cool, but it wasn't. Like I said, for me, I'm good on it, you know. We got Seth Rollins, CM Punk, and Roman Reigns. And I will tell you right now, it was dope that Seth Rollins walked out. Crowd is blacked out. Screens are blacked out. Seth Rollins walked out in black. He walks up with a flamethrower. He's burning it down. He's emerging from the ashes, a new cleanse and different Seth Rollins. I know at this moment, Seth Rollins was going to turn this match. We were going to see it. There was lead up enough to it in the SmackDown episodes and on Raw where Seth Rollins was trying to point some truth out about the guys that he was going into a match with. Roman Reigns is too blinded by hatred to even understand what's going on around him. CM Punk is literally just capitalizing off the fans' love for him. And the fans, y'all yourselves, don't even understand that this dude is not on your side. He's just after the checks. Paul Heyman, you're not loyal. Everything you're doing is simply a choice. You're choosing to do whatever decision that you make. And I would like to ask you a favor because I didn't kick your head in. I knew exactly what was going on right here. Once I saw that uniform change, I said, oh yeah, Seth gone. There was dope benches that Roman Reigns had, but awkwardly enough, it was out there dolo. For the first time, I would say in a long time. Roman Reigns dolo. Nobody by his side. No bloodline, no family, no wise man, nobody. It was dope, though, that he got, like, you know, the shot of his dad and everything behind him. And then, of course, CM Punk had, like, a reminiscent entrance to, I think that was WrestleMania 29, where he comes out and in the band that, you know, performs the song Cult of Personality, Living Color. They perform, Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns just watch as this guy comes out with Paul Heyman, this true sicko, loving up on CM Punk. Guys, like, I mean, it was mentioned multiple times, and I think that it was alluded to. Paul Heyman is not loyal. If all it took was a quick, hey, come by my side in WrestleMania, and he was able to leave his tribal chief, this dude was a sicko to begin with. Mind you, he's been hopping around assisting talent from a very, 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 very long time. He's hopped around. We've seen this already. From CM Punk to Brock Lesnar to Roman Reigns. You would slide around like that on your tribal chief, on your boy Brock Lesnar, on CM Punk. I mean, come on now. Anyways, for what this match was pretty exciting. I'm not going to lie. I mean, there's moments where they were, you know, got to the crowd and got to battling. And secondly, Seth out on his Balenciagas, and that was like distracting me, this match. But yeah, they went to war in the crowd, and that was dope. I mean, it was like some dope spots. I mean, they got put through tables and all. Like, there was a point where Seth Rollins is trying to incite Roman Reigns for some violence. And he tries to get him on the side a couple times. Roman Reigns does not oblige and completely shuts down Seth both times. But after these guys get back into the ring, it is a literal finisher fest. Like, literally, everybody hits a move multiple times. These guys kick out, kick out, kick out. I'm not mad at it. I'll take it. But that would lead you to believe that somebody has to be put down. And it's going to take something grandiose in order to make it happen. And being put through tables, that wasn't enough to make it happen. So something big had to happen. Paul Heyman takes matters into his own hands. He grabs a chair and says, I got to find somebody to get a chair to. He ultimately sides on CM Punk. And then, while giving the chair to CM Punk, boom, low blow. Gotcha. CM Punk, you made me do this. And Roman Reigns stands there in shock and awe and says, wait a minute. Is this guy actually on my side? I knew it. There's no way you could betray me. Roman. So gullible, dude. Look at this snake. Boom, low blow. And forces are aligned. Seth Rollins with Paul Heyman. Now, let's dial it back. Why in the heck would Paul Heyman do this? What benefit would he get to align with Seth Rollins? He hasn't liked Seth Rollins, and he's made it very, very, very clear over the years that he does not like Seth Rollins. But I guess one can grow a liking to them. Because he was the one that pointed out a lot of the hypocrisy between CM Punk and Roman Reigns over the last couple of years. And so maybe at a certain point, Paul decided to listen to this dude. I mean, we've seen him jump ship from Brock Lesnar to Roman Reigns in the midst of them having beef. So I don't think it would be against this. Again, this is something, like I said, I believe was going to happen anyways, coming into the match. If this match was going to be in custody of Paul Heyman, it was never going to be between Roman Reigns and CM Punk. Because he already jumped ships. He already went and he already showed up with CM Punk. That enough was able to let you know that this dude was disloyal as they come. If all it took was, yeah, I got a favor for you. Like, just come on my side. Leave the dude that's been helping you over the last 4 years, putting you in private jets and yachts, introducing you to the final boss. I mean, if you're leaving that just because, and it only took you a couple seconds to make that decision, brother, you already turned. So if you already turned, there was a custody of Paul Heyman match. We thought there was going to be a moment in which he was then going to further align with CM Punk that was going to shock us. It had to go another direction. It had to go to the guy that was spitting a little bit of facts. The guy that could use the push. Because if you pay attention, Seth Rollins has been taking a lot of L's recently. He needs to level up. Now, what can Paul Heyman do to help him level up? Hopefully he still has connection with the final boss to make that happen. Again, like I said, I don't know who y'all think Paul Heyman is. He's not The Rock. So selling your soul for Paul Heyman doesn't really make much sense. And I don't know what Paul Heyman does unless like this helps him just become a free agent. But Seth Rollins wins. And again, this is like the direction I think it needed to go. I wish these guys would have fought and there was a title on the line or something like that so that this moment could have been a little more grandiose. But like I said, I don't know. This is probably going to set up like another triple threat match. I mean, at the very least, it was executed well. I give this match a yay. So we got 2 yays in the card. Honestly, I think you can watch the highlights of this match, or just watch the last 5 minutes of this match, and you can skip the rest of WrestleMania. Day 1, like I think you'll be okay. You didn't miss much. But y'all sound off in the comment section below. Let me know what y'all think. What are y'all opinions? Hopefully they can save things. Day 2. Because this, I ain't gonna lie, this is like almost gonna be a completely skippable day 1 event. I told you I was walking around doing a bunch of things. I was not glued to the TV like I was last year, or even I would say some of the prior PLEs. I was more locked into Elimination Chamber and Royal Rumble than I was WrestleMania 41 Night 1. We'll see what happens night 2.